Fair use. Daily reflection. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. October 22nd. True tolerance. Finally, we begin to see that all people, including ourselves, are to some extent emotionally ill as well as frequently wrong. And then we approach true tolerance and see what real love for our fellows actually means. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 92. The thought occurred to me that all people are emotionally ill to some extent. How could we not be? Who among us is spiritually perfect? Who among us is physically perfect? How could any of us be emotionally perfect? Therefore, what else are we to do but bear with one another and treat each other as we would be treated in similar circumstances? That is what love really is. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, October 22nd. When I finally found the courage to speak at an Al-Anon meeting, my sharing was limited to problems I had already solved. I concealed my real feelings by telling funny stories about myself and the alcoholic because I didn't trust anyone enough to let them see my struggle and my pain. I had a hard enough time facing it by myself, but I didn't seem to be getting better. Only when I was able to stop playing the clown and admit my shortcomings did I begin to enjoy the spiritual growth promised in the 12 steps. The paradox of self-honesty is that I need the help of others to achieve it. I need their support to explore my feelings and motives, and to see that others have benefited from taking this great risk. Today's reminder: in an alcoholic environment, I had good reasons to hide my feelings, making light of serious situations, overworking, overplaying, managing to focus on everything but myself. Today, I have other options. I can begin to listen to what my heart has been trying to tell me, and I can look for someone trustworthy with whom I can share it. There is a quote from In All Our Affairs, and it reads, "It may feel like an enormous risk, but talking honestly about the situation is the key to healing." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, October 22nd. Look who's talking. Our disease is so cunning that it can get us into impossible situations. Basic text, page 83. Some of us say, my disease is talking to me. Others say, my head won't turn off. Still others refer to the committee in my mind or the monkey on my back. Let's face it, we suffer from an incurable malady that continues to affect us even in recovery. Our disease gives us warped information about what's going on in our lives. It tells us not to look at ourselves because what we'll see is too scary. Sometimes it tells us we're not responsible for ourselves and our actions. Other times it tells us that everything wrong with the world is our fault. Our disease tricks us into trusting it. The NA program provides us with many voices that counter our addiction, voices we can trust. We can call our sponsor for a reality check. We can listen to the voice of an addict trying to get clean. The ultimate solution is to work the steps and draw on the strength of a higher power. That will get us through those times when our disease is talking. Just for today, I will ignore the voice of my addiction. I will listen to the voice of my program and a power greater than myself. Today, Emotions Anonymous, October 22nd. Reflection for today. Given the same set of circumstances, we can do anything anyone else can do: steal, kill, write bad checks, or commit adultery. If we think we are above such behavior, we are naive. How readily can we accept that we are as capable of doing anything anyone else could do? For those of us who have been sheltered, it may take a bit longer to discover just how close we can come to any of these behaviors. We are fortunate indeed if we come to a point where we are forced to at least face one of these aspects of our personality. Once we see how capable we are of doing particular thing we may not have believed possible, we gain a deeper acceptance of our own humanity. Our freedom increases. In turn, we accept others more easily. Meditation for today. May I be open to the reality of my own humaneness. Today I will remember accepting ourselves helps us accept others too. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. October 22nd. Grief. ACA can unlock the grief that has not been addressed for years. BRB, page 68. The thought of doing grief or loss work doesn't sound inviting. It sounds as if we are going to a funeral. There's a deep sense of sadness just thinking about it. But when we review our childhoods, we realize that our sadness is actually waiting for an opportunity to be expressed. In meetings, we witness strong survivors of family alcoholism and other dysfunction as they visit their childhood funerals. We hear them share the current effects of their harrowing childhood experiences. This helps many of us to start recalling the events that led to the feeling we have had of a continuous sense of loss. As we keep coming back, our memories and feelings keep coming back also. Sometimes gradually, sometimes hauntingly, but they do come if we are consistent in our meeting attendance. This is where we find the space to express the grief of our childhood losses. It's where we learn to heal after years of denying our feelings. The affirmation reads, "On this day I will remember that it's important for me to share my memories in order to heal. It also allows me to connect with others who have had similar experiences." Please share, subscribe, hit that notification button for updates, and like. And most of all, be the you that you are created to be. Take the time to find out who that you is with the help of your higher power and your supports, readily going into your toolbox of hope and survival and joy. And remember that you are not alone and that recovery is absolutely possible, one day at a time.